Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. Now if you know this channel and you know my collection, then you will know that I love to do date runs of old British coins. In fact, I date run almost all of them. I date run farthings, halfpennies, pennies, threepences, sixpences, shillings, florins, half crowns, crowns. I even collect all the 50p's, £2 and £5 coins. If I collect a coin, then I want to get all of them. And so that's what I do for most of my collection, for most denominations and type of coins. But there is one that is missing from my collection. A certain denomination, that you know from the title of course, that I haven't got a date run of. I only have a few loose coins that I just collected, just now and then buying them for a good price. And that is the groat, or the 4p piece. So firstly, I'll show you the groats I have already, and then I'll add them to a date run tray. I'll get a tray to make a date run of groats, add those 5 ones in, and put paper inserts in there to see, as I do with my other trays, what dates I need and what dates I have for the date run, and begin a date run of groats or fourpences. So, without any further ado, let's have a look at what groats I have so far. So far I've collected 5 groats or 5 fourpences. Let's have a look at the coins from the newest to the oldest, the 5 I've collected so far. So here is the first one. Now we can see this is an 1849 groat, with the usual design of all of these groats, with Britannia on the reverse there, holding her trident and her shield. Now you can of course see, as I'm sure you've noticed, at the top of her shield is a very large hole in the coin, and you can see this is not a mark. I think you can see that right there, as we see. It's a hole right the way through the coin. Well, it's quite a shame, as otherwise it's a decent condition coin to be fair. As you can see, the date there, nice and clear, 1849. The mintage is on screen. And as all of these are fairly scarce dates, they're not as common as the threepences and sixpences and other small silver coins of the time. You can see there the words 4 and pence to the side, giving the value. And then on the obverse is the young head or bun head portrait of Queen Victoria, and the hole there just behind her head again, going right through the coin, which is the main sort of defect to this coin. Otherwise, a decent condition, 1849 groat as my newest groat. Going back further in time, you have my next date. It is this one right here. This is an 1843 fourpence, or groat. I'm going to use the word groat from now on, but we know they're the interchangeable terms. So we have the words fourpence there, and then to the bottom again the date, 1843, and the same design of Britannia on the reverse, although the trident there has worn off to the top, but this coin is more worn, and there's no dirt really, no holes, but it's just a bit more worn overall on the design. On both obverse and reverse, as you can see there, Victoria's face being slightly sort of worn over on the obverse there. Going further back in time to our next date, we then have this one here. This is an 1842 fourpence. Well, you can just about tell that, as it is a very, very worn coin indeed. Extremely worn coin with the date there just visible, 1842, then some darkening and some dirt on one side of the coin to the right, and then just basically a worn, dirty coin all over. But you can sort of just still identify it as an 1842 groat. And so therefore it will be part of my date run and part of my collection. And again, a young head, Queen Victoria, very, very worn. The legend is fully gone. You can just see a sort of silhouette of Victoria there on this very, very worn groat. The penultimate groat I have so far is this one right here. This is an 1837. 1837 is no longer a Victorian coin. This is a Guvelian coin from the reign of William IV. We can see though the same design has been used, of Britannia, and the words 4p, and the date to the bottom, 1837, the last year of William IV's reign, and the first year of Victoria's reign. And here we see the portrait, of course facing the other way to Victoria, as they swap directions each time for a new monarch. But we can see here a portrait still by William Wine. William Wine did this portrait, and Victoria's portrait, and we see William there. This is a quite worn example of him though, with his short hair, and no laureate or no crown. And the legend around there, you can just about see Guvelmus IV for William IV. That's a pretty cool coin. Better condition on the reverse there, especially for the date. The date is very minimally worn for 1837. The penultimate groat that I already have is this one right here. Another hole in this one, very sadly, again you can see. There's a hole to the top there, probably made it into a jewellery or necklace or something. But other than that, once again, it is actually a very, very nice condition coin. In fact, the best of all of them. If I covered that, just like that, you would think this is a really, really good condition coin. And it still is, apart from the hole. You can see 1836 there, the first year of issue for the groat. So I've got the first one, and I can just carry on from there. We have then the same design there, but you can see it now in the better condition, closer to how it would have looked when first produced, back in the 1830s there, with Britannia, and all the usual details. So let's have a look at the obverse now, and we can see again, a great, great rendition portrait here, really nice condition of William IV. You can see all the detail there, his short haircut, his eyes, nose, mouth, and all the details of his face, as it would have been back when it was new, just a little bit less shiny. Again, just very sadly and annoyingly, although they did make the coin much less expensive, and it would have cost much more without the hole, because it's in such pristine condition. But I did buy one with a hole to sort of save on the price. There we can see again the legend, Guvelmus IV, DG Britannia Rex FD, William IV, by the grace of God, King of Britain, Defender of the Faith, all in perfect condition, and every single bead or teeth or milling on the edge is in great condition as well. Maybe just a few missing at the top there with the hole. So overall, a great condition coin. This is my favourite groat I own so far, just because of the condition and it's just the age. And William IV coins are slightly rarer to have than Victorian coins, of which there are a lot from her long reign. So there we go. These are the 5 groats I have so far: 1836, 1837, 1842, 1843, and 1849. So now I'll bring in the tray to add these to for the date run. Now here is the tray. This is a black tray. Now you may have seen on other videos I prefer to use the red velveted trays, and I did order a red velveted tray many months ago. At some point, I don't even know for what now, but I ended up with a black one instead. So I got a red one later on. I think I just kept this for later on if I ever needed another tray. And the time has come, rather than ordering another red tray, I decided to use this black tray to let it not go to waste. So here's the tray. There's many more spaces than we'll need. There's 77 squares here, but it's only a short date run. Let's have a look at the dates we'll be needing to add into this date run for the full date run of the groat. So if we bring in the book here and look under the Fourpences page, you can see the first date made was 1836, and then 1837. So I have those two. So we need to start on the date run up here with 1836 for that one. So I'll pop that in a minute. Now how far does it go? We have a few, of course, NIFCs. For instance, 1850, you can see no groats are produced, and the last groat was produced for circulation in 1855. It's not too long of a date run, all on one page of the book, so it wouldn't take many spaces in the tray. There is one more which I will include, as you can see here, the 1888 with a Jubilee head. This was made for circulation, but only for use in British Guiana. But I'll still add it here because it's just, the last groat, and I've got enough spaces, and I may as well add it as it will add another coin to the tray, leaving less empty spaces, which obviously looks better for the collection. So there is the full list of groats, and now what we'll do is put the groat in if I have it, or if I don't have it, I will need to make a paper insert there to put in the space to remind me that's the coin I need to get. Let's go now and put these coins in, and then we can see what paper inserts we need to make. So first in, as I say, will be the 1836, the first year. Let's pop that one in. There we go. Then next up is the 1837, as you can see here. So I have the full set of William IV groats, although that's not hard to do, as there is only 2. But let's put it in there. Boom, there we go. And now we're on to Victoria, with 1838, which I don't have. 1839, I don't have. 1840, don't have. 41, don't have. 42, though, we do have. As I say, it's a bit worn, but we do have an 1842 groat, so that can go in its space. And seemingly coming in pairs, I do have this one right here, as we've seen, the 1843, so I'll add that in there after the 1842. So there we go, 4 in the tray so far. As we know, the final one I have is 1849. This one goes on the second row down, goes right here, 1849. And we can see now how few squares it will need of the tray. Obviously 49, there's no 50s, I say, so 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, and then the 1888 will go here. So only 1 and a bit tray on lines, not even 2 full rows for the 4p tray. So what we need to do now is make all the little paper inserts to add in here to add and complete the tray for now, so we can slowly add the coins in and take out the paper, which is the whole goal of a date run. So I've now made all the paper inserts to add into the gaps here where I don't have the coins, and so with a click of my fingers, they'll be added into the tray. And there we go, the paper are all now in. Let's have a look at the date run so far. 1836 and 37, the William IV ones, have been acquired. 1838 and 39, and 40 and 41 are still needed, but we have the 1842 and the 1843, 1844 and 45 and 46, and 47 and 48 are still needed, as the paper says there, but then 49, as we can see, has been acquired. 1850 was not made, as I've said. 1851 though, 52, 53, 54 and 55 are all still needed. The last one here, the 1888, for circulation overseas, but I've added it in, as I say, for the reasons I've mentioned, and that's the last one there, but I don't have it so far. That's actually quite a rare one, 120,000 I believe made, so another rare one there. As I say, they're all quite rare. It's just a nice little collection there to have of the groats. And so there we go, there is an overview of my groat collection so far. There are 20 circulating groats to get, and I have 5, so I'm 1/4, 25% of the way there of collecting them so far. And now they're in the tray there with these little labels, it'll be more motivating for me to get some more groats and add them into the collection, to tick off more dates and remove paper, as you know from all my date runs, paper inserts are my worst enemy, and they must be replaced and destroyed and replaced by the real coins in the trays. So there we go. Comment down below if you have a collection or a date run of groats, as I'd love to know, and comment down below how many of the dates you have if you are date running groats. So there we go, that's my collection of groats so far. Please do comment down below, as I do say, if you collect groats and whether you have a date run of groats or a date run of any other denomination. I'll be interested to hear if you do date runs as well, and if so, what coins do you date run? So there we go. And as I say, for me personally, maybe a little too much, I date run absolutely everything. And now I've added in the groats, and I believe that is the only denomination I was missing. So I now have a date run on the go for every denomination of British pre-decimal coin, apart from the gold, of course, because that would be rather expensive. So all that leaves me to do is say thank you for watching, of course. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I'll see you again soon with some more coins in the future on Bits and Bobs. Bye for now.